fresh sea legs. Well, don't be shy. Just sit down. Come on. No one wants to come talk to old Jay, but you look special. Sounds like you want to hear my tall tale. Well, it's nothing too fancy, but it's something that I will remember for the rest of my life, in and outside of those seas. On a night just like this, I was out on my old trusty sloop. Just me. I had seen some explosions, and I had definitely heard some. So I decided, let's go and venture forth. I had just arrived at the ass end of the Ghost Fleet fight. Didn't want to start any trouble. I was by myself. Not something you want to go and start jabbering about. Don't show your sword if you can't use it. All the ships had left. No one but old Jay. Waters were calmer than ever, as if nothing had happened. But you'd be a fool to believe something like that. I gaze out and I see wraiths. Spectral beings from beyond the Ferry of the Damned, hovering over something. It looks like they had forgotten something. I assume they had taken what they needed and just swept away. Well, when you're on a solo sloop, you take what you can get. So, I lower anchor on my little daffodil, out on the seas, gazing upon a captain's ethereal skull. The specter in it seemed as if it was trying to claw outside of itself, but due to the limits of its world, it was stuck inside. I go to the front, I aim the harpoons, and I miss. And then I miss again. It seems my old age has gotten to me. Lady Luck was not on my side. As the skull begins to fall into the water, Davy Jones calls to it quicker than I could imagine. But not today, Davy. I jump in, bracing for impact. As the water splashes past my face, I dive, and I dive, and I dive. I chase the skull. I chase the corporeal material wealth. I could see it. The Order of Souls would pay handsomely for something like this. Until finally, I held the ethereal skull in my hands. The vibrations of it would put my fingers numb and shift the water around it slightly. I release the skull, having just recently met my hand, and it raises to the top. And then, something brushes past me. Some sort of iridescent shimmer. It was one of the hungering ones. Green as the seaweed on the sea floor. There was no mistaking it. This was a hungering beast, ready for his next meal, and I was fresh on the tavern's menu. And I swim, and my legs they kick, and my arms they pull, and my breath is escaping from me, and there's nothing that is keeping me from getting to the surface but my greed and my self-reliance. And I hear it. I hear the call of the hungering one. It's looking right at me with its 4 shimmering eyes. I dodge, and I'm ready to keep swimming. I think I'm safe as I don't see the beast anywhere. It's gone. And then, the beast bites. He takes my leg with it. It'll never be the same. All seems dark. All seems lost. But with the last final seconds of breath, I breach the surface of the water, skull in hand. I paddle, and I paddle, my leg burning, my leg missing. I climb onto Daffodil, blood pooling out of my right leg. Or what's left of it anyway. I grab a piece of plywood from my ship, and I grab a spare rag. I tie what's left of my leg to the piece of plywood. Suddenly, I'm stable. I throw the corporeal skull on the bottom deck, raise the anchor, and sail off to the Sea of Thieves, off to the Golden Sands outpost. I sit here in front of you now, a broken man, with nothing to show for it. Except this.